Welcome to Wild Card Weekend, and we're here to preview Vikings at Packers, the terrific Saturday night matchup, along with his executive editor, Dan Arkish. I'm senior editor, Eric Edholm. And Dan, we've got an interesting matchup here. The 105th time these two teams have met, first time in the playoffs since '04, but the third time in 6 weeks. All you got to go back is to Week 17 to see the battle in Minnesota, and then a few weeks before to see the one in Green Bay. How do you expect this game to play out? Are we going to see more like the first matchup where the Packers won, or the more recent one where the Vikings took the game?
Well, Eric, obviously you've got to look at Adrian Peterson as a major aspect of this game. Now, in the first game, he gained 210 yards rushing. This last game, he only gained 199. You could say that they made progress. I mean, obviously, they're going to have to stop him. The interesting thing is they actually had a really sound defensive game plan last week, but Adrian was just amazing. And I think it's the same thing that they've had to do in the past. They're just going to have to make the Vikings as one-dimensional as possible, and that means trying to fluster Christian Ponder, who lately has actually been very efficient. And so I think that's a real key. I know for a fact that the Packers, particularly guys like Trayman Williams, had a terrible game last week. They're going to have to step it up and play much better, especially in the secondary.
Clay Matthews said that Adrian Peterson will not rush for 200 yards in this matchup, and you've got Ponder kind of dealing with an elbow injury. He's missed part of time in practice. Now on the other side of the ball, you've got Aaron Rodgers, who's been pretty darn good against the Vikings as well. Over 500 yards combined in the two matchups, only one interception, 5 touchdown passes. He was excellent in the second half. As soon as Antoine Winfield left the lineup, he's got a broken hand. He says he's going to try to play with a brace on. Dan, I mean, you saw that secondary. And what about the Green Bay receivers? I mean, they seem like they're finally kind of coming back into their own as an entire group.
Yeah, you make a good point about Winfield. I think that's obviously a key factor. I guess he's going to try and play, and we'll just have to wait and see. But, Eric, this is going to be the first time if Jordy Nelson is able to play. There's a little bit of doubt about him. But if he's able to play, and with Randall Cobb coming back, this will be the first time Rodgers will have his entire wide receiver arsenal since Week 4 against the Saints. So I think that's a key. And, Greg Jennings had a huge game last week. But something tells me that the key for the Packers offensively will be establishing more of a ground game in what figures to be pretty frigid conditions on Saturday night. This DeJuan Harris has been a major story. He I guess right now kind of shapes up as the featured guy, although I suspect that Ryan Grant might enter the mix on Saturday night. So they need to get that ground game to balance things out.
Yeah, they've got all the weapons out there. Jermichael Finley's been better of late. It seems like he's playing well in perhaps his final stretch with the team. Okay, it's down to prediction time. Dan, who do you like in this game? Obviously, the home team has won both games. How do you see it playing out in Titletown Saturday night?
Second time in 2 weeks, I just think that the Packers at home are going to be really, the team to win. Maybe not by a lot, but I'm going to pick them for maybe about a 10-point lead.
Well, we're in agreement here. I think the Packers win this game. Both games have been close. The first one was a one-score game until a late field goal, so I think this one probably comes down to a late score as well. But ultimately, I see the Packers moving on. So we're in agreement here. Wild Card Weekend. Enjoy the other 3 games. Make sure to go to ProFootballWeekly.com for all your previews.